so here we have ARIA, and she's a Samoyed. How many months old?
6 months.
6 months old. Okay. And I feel a lot of resistance, so her whole, here, look at my hand for a second, her whole head is shaking as I take her to the lateral flexion. And it's on this side. I just made a new online course called How to Massage Your Own Dog. Okay, so here we have ARIA, and she's a Samoyed. How many months old?
6 months.
6 months old, and her owner is Camille.
Yeah.
And you're originally from
France,
and you live here in New York City now?
Yeah.
Okay, great. And so what happened on Saturday? So today is Friday, to give you perspective. So this was 6 days ago.
Yeah.
What happened?
So we just woke up and she was in pain and not moving. We give her food but in the hand because she can't go down. Mm-hmm. And we went to the vet. She had pain meds, but it's not working well. It's getting worse, and every time she's moving, she's in a lot of pain. So.
And did they give her, did they take x-rays?
No.
No x-ray?
No.
But they felt the neck?
Yeah, they felt the neck and just moving side by side.
Yeah.
And she was doing that some, so they...
Here, you hold here.
Yeah.
And so when they were doing lateral range of motion, side to side?
Yeah, she was doing that sound.
And does she normally cry this much? Is this her personality?
No, never.
Okay. So when you feed her meals, does she lay on her belly now, or does she bend her head down?
No, we put everything up for her to
Okay.
eat, because she's sometimes when the anti-inflammatory is eating, she can put the head down, but most of the time she can't.
Okay. And how about putting her head up? Have you tried that?
What do you mean?
Like just bending it up?
Oh, she's doing it. That's okay.
But it's the down motion, it's flexion. Okay, that helps, right? If it's a misalignment irritating the nerves, it usually takes a few treatments from me, a few chiropractic treatments, but she is young, so that's on our side, right? She's 6 months old. What do you think? Could I work with you a little bit, ARIA? Hey, ARIA, can I work with you a little today? You're going to have to control her a little bit more. So I think you have a handle here.
Yeah.
You're going to have to hold her there.
Okay.
And let's check. So if we bring her head up, let's take her head up. That's nice. Okay. And then let's bring her head down. So she doesn't want to go down, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's the bad direction. So let's try left lateral flexion. We're going to take you to the left now, baby. Okay. All right. So you're going to
sit.
Maybe even ever sit. That's a good idea. Good.
Okay.
And I'm just checking lateral flexion. And I feel a lot of resistance, so her whole, here, look at my hand for a second, her whole head is shaking as I take her to the lateral flexion. And we got less to that side. So,
It's okay.
all right, so let's have her sit for a second. Now I'm going to start feeling my way through this. So I'm up at her atlas, And let me just feel around for a little bit first. And it definitely feels like something here at C2 on the right. And then if the atlas is misaligned or stuck, and we're talking about the anterior tubercle of the atlas, so it's the most anterior part, in this case ventral part, but it can tilt down and then they get a lot of pain in that position. So she can go up, but she doesn't want to go more down, right? So we can do, we grab the wings and we flip back, but you have to hold the nose for a minute, okay? So clamp the nose with 2 hands, and I'm going to just flip this back. Okay, that's one move. Not so bad. Now I'm going to look at the atlas next. So that helps bringing the head down. Now I'm going to adjust the atlas on this side. Got it.
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
Okay. I'm going to bring her to your side. More. Okay. All right. Let's let her walk around for a minute, okay? And we're going to see if you could drag her face down, or I can with the food. So let me have one of those. And you're going to control our harness, okay? Here. So come on over here, and let's bring her around so she faces out. If we can, okay?
Right.
Okay, good. So let's see if she comes down to here. Do you see as she comes down?
Yeah.
That's a little better, right?
Yeah.
Or no?
Clearly, no, she's
You do it
better.
yourself. Okay, we have more to do, but no, bring it to the ground.
Yeah, it's way more better.
Okay. So I already got a lot of good stuff, but there's another round left. But I went after the big pieces first.
Okay.
So now I want to bring her back. Don't use all the treats yet. And I have to do a little bit more work. Okay?
Thanks.
But let's now check lateral flexion, okay? Because remember when we went to the left and we went to the right. So we're going to turn her around to the best of her ability. Okay? And we're going to do what we started with, which is, and you can help me a lot too, okay? So you can use the treat. Don't give it to her yet though. Just use the smell of it and see if we can turn her head to the right, towards your side. So you're going to, and go all the way to her shoulder. She doesn't want to go that far, do you see? So now take it to this shoulder. Here, I'll take it. All right, so she doesn't like lateral flexion still, do you see?
Yeah.
But let's bring it down. So you already gave her that one?
Yeah.
You're so fast. You have to hold on to it a little bit longer. And now you're going to bring it down. And you can bring it towards her sternum a little bit. Oh. And then bring it up. So bring it up. Up's never been a problem for her. Okay, so I'm going to use a percussive instrument. It feels like this.
Okay.
Not too strong. You're going to have to hold her a little bit, okay? This is what this feels like. Good, let her run around again. So this time I did C2 on the right, and then I did lower cervicals bilaterally, which was C6, C7, and on both sides. And we're going to bring her back, and we're going to check lateral range of motion again. And then at a certain point we stop, and then you might have to bring her back, okay? Because you can't do too much. We don't want to overwhelm her, and we also want to then. There's an old saying: find it, fix it, leave it alone. So you find it, fix it, and then wait a day or two and see what you got. So now we're going to bring her back, and you're going to check right and left turning. Remember? Mm-hmm. And the best way to do it is try to get her to go all the way to her shoulder. And you're going to do this at home too, okay? Mm-hmm. To test. You don't have to do it if it irritates her, but every once in a while, once a day, you're going to look at it, and you can text me and let me know what you found. Bring her to the side now. She's not interested in food right now. All right,
That's too much baby.
Might be too much. Okay, so here, you hold on to her. Let me just see if there's any last bit we can do to finish today, okay? So here I am at C5 on the right. I don't like that one either. You could feel it too. Here, rub this spot right here. Soft. Do you feel that's a bad spot? So I'm gonna do one more in there. This one might make her yelp, okay? So I'm gonna turn her face towards you. And let me get it with this too. Okay, we are done. Let her walk around one more time so she shakes one more time. Sit on your box for a minute. So this is what I want to do. So it's the weekend coming up. I'm going to give you my cell so you can text me.
Okay.
And I want to see how she's doing. So I did some strong adjustments on her today. I adjusted her atlas, I adjusted her neck in several spots, I adjusted by hand and with instrument, and I did a percussive instrument to open up the facets a little bit. I also found a muscle knot that I was working on. And I might want you to come back on Monday or Tuesday, depending on what happens this weekend and how we talk about it, okay?
Okay. Hi doctor, I wanted to thank you for ARIA for your amazing job. She's doing really well and this is very nice to have her back.
So let's see if she comes down to here. Do you see as she comes down?
Yeah.
That's a little better, right?
Yeah.
Or no?
Clearly, no, she's
You do it
better.
yourself.
Yeah, it's way more better.
Okay.